What's...
It's been so long, we don't even know how to introduce the goddamn show.
Take notes.
Big Beach! We're here.
My man Alan just did.
It's different this time, but it sounds like you're rich
in town.
Hey guys, it's Terry and Trey here. It's been a while. So much has been going on in the NBA. We're about to hit draft day, and so much to talk about because so many things that didn't quite pan out for us.
Yeah, we're here to talk you off the ledge. This is a Knicks therapy session. But in the last few weeks, a lot of things have gone south, depending on what your expectations were. For the skeptical amongst us, and don't put up any video footage of me talking about who we're getting, alright? Don't do that. We weren't too shocked. You know, Knicks fans have been battered and abused, so it's hard for us to even believe things. But, you know, obviously we know a lot has happened. We're going to run down what's happened, and I'm going to tell you why you shouldn't be scared or worried, nor should you feel as if the Knicks lied to you, because they didn't.
Don't be scared.
Don't be scared. So Trey, start off. What was the first domino?
Point number one, we did not get Zion. As we all thought we were going to get the number one pick, we had 14% odds. Didn't get Zion, we got a number 3 pick, which is still great, but yes, a lot of Knicks fans were really banking on Zion, and that didn't pan out for us.
Yeah, Zion was huge. So you saw me in Punta Cana going crazy.
The top 3. We're in the top 3. Oh my god, we're in the top 3. Oh my god, we're in the top 3. Oh my god.
You saw Trey
I went to the
at
draft
the
party.
event.
Thing is, on any other year, us getting the number 3 pick would have been amazing. So, you know, that's the way the cookie crumbles, and at 14% odds, I wasn't gung-ho that we were going to get him. It would have been great if we did, but I was like, 14%, it's really not that much. I know we had Patrick Ewing as our little good luck charm, but, you know, we have RJ Barrett. He really wants to be here. We'll talk about him a bit later.
And we'll see what the Knicks do. But yeah, it fell through, but remember, we had no control over it. No matter what ESPN told you about Knicks and Zion and the dumb photoshops, which I cannot stand. Like, listen, until it's signed, until it's set up, don't buy into it.
Signed, sealed, delivered.
Exactly.
Stevie Wonder reference. Kyrie to Brooklyn.
So it's number 2. So Kyrie's spotted in New York. He's on 72nd Street. He got a black and white top on, but then he got orange socks and blue sandals. It's like he's playing both. All of a sudden, we hear some reports from Woj.
Well, before we even heard about Kyrie, we actually heard that the Brooklyn Nets cleared up all this cap space.
Well, it came out at the same time. It was
okay,
kind of like, hey, the Brooklyn Nets are interested in Kyrie. Oh, wait, guess what?
We have money now.
Exactly. Alan Crabb gets traded to the Hawks. They get Torian Prince back. They give up picks, but they can clear that $18 million off the books, which means, obviously, you got D'Angelo Russell, and that's another pending thing. But they're in a position now to definitely get a max, and if they need to, figure out a way to get 2 maxes by moving some guys. So the whole KD, Kyrie, they're talking at All-Star break. Look at them. They're having dinner in Miami talking about New York. Yeah, all those photoshops again.
The Rumorville.
The Rumorville.
It's all lies.
Kyrie now is getting heavily favored to the Nets. Reports coming out every day that it's looking more and more like, you know, between both parties seem to be really happy with each other.
Right.
Kyrie's the kind of weird guy. You always thought he could go to Brooklyn.
I have actually been saying, and not with a big smile on my face, but I have been saying that I could see Kyrie and KD both going to the Brooklyn Nets.
I don't know about KD, but you know, you don't know. But Kyrie is the kind of guy you could see being like, I'm going to do something a little bit different. I think he's like a Brooklyn guy. It's kind of weird. Yeah. He's out there.
Yeah.
A hipster guy. So it fits, but Kyrie, the rumors are coming heavy to the Nets, so much so that you even see Knicks fans talking about him as an option like that anymore.
Yeah.
The latest reports say that we will get a meeting, so obviously you never know how it can go. But it might be that ship has sailed. Domino number 2.
KD gets injured in the finals.
So it's so funny. I remember having debates with people about what could happen this summer. And I said, anything can happen. KD could get injured in the finals. And I said that as a joke. Not thinking...
Not funny.
Or not funny at all. not only is KD injured, it's the worst possible injury, a ruptured Achilles. He's done for a full calendar year, and because it was as late as June, it's not going to happen in January or something. He's not playing next season. He'd have to have a miraculous recovery. He's going to come back at 32 off an Achilles. There's a lot going on there. The moment it happened, I don't know who was more depressed, Warriors fans or Knicks fans. it was, and not just that. Remember, he was injured for a month before he came back. Just a push has that great first quarter. We're cheering him on. We're going crazy like KD's about to have a 50-point game, baby. And then you saw him pull up.
So sad. so sad for him. Now, meanwhile, he is in New York, by the way, because he came to New York for his surgery.
And he's going to be here for a while.
And my biggest thing with him, I mean, even right now, I still don't mind if we get him, obviously. But how heartbreaking is it for us to have to watch this number one player sitting on our bench in a suit or whatever he decides to wear? Because we went through that with KP already. It's just not fair. It's just not fair for this to always happen to us.
Trey, we're talking them off a ledge. You can't be on the ledge.
I'm sorry. Let me get back in my position. Let me get back in my position here.
So yeah, you summed it up though. I mean, it's kind of, there's not many silver linings around this. KD, for himself, just apart from the Knicks, horrible. One of the top players in NBA history, had a chance to really create a legacy. Had he been fine and played the next 2 games, we might be seeing a Game 7 instead of the Raptors, having the parade right now.
Congrats to them, by the way.
I'm not. It's good Raptors.
Yes, congrats to them.
So KD, just horrible because what it means is that even if you sign him, he's not playing for a year, like you said.
Yeah.
You don't know what he's gonna look like, and now
after the recovery,
and now you have the ultimate dilemma of guess who loves signing injured players? The New York Knicks. So now the basketball gods give us the best possible injured player, and now we have to decide yes or no. Really cruel, especially because we had nothing to do with it. That's the craziest part. Yeah. I remember the papers the next morning were like, Knicks lose. We're not even in the finals. They can't keep our name out their mouths. They're like, Knicks lose, KD injured. All we were doing was sitting at home, watching the finals, and we're still getting hit. We might be cursed, I don't know. But what a massive blow because, you look at the KD injury, then you look at Klay's getting injured. Mm-hmm. You saw the Warriors bonding
so much,
on a different level.
Yeah.
You can easily see KD saying, you know what?
I can see both of them staying there.
Right.
KD might both of them staying there. They're comfortable. They're with a team who loves them.
They're good. A good team. My biggest thing is KD doesn't know how he's going to come back. I'm sure he's confident, but, Achilles takes a lot of the guys.
Right.
I think he believed before, and everyone did, that he could come to New York and build a new team and contend.
Right.
Now, we don't know what KD's going to look like. KD may not be that trusting of coming here and having to be the number one guy, whereas with Golden State, they're going to lock these 4 guys up. KD, Curry, Draymond, and Klay will be there for depending on what KD does. But the main core is going to be there for a while. Definitely Klay, Curry, and Draymond. Yeah. He knows, even if he doesn't come back as major KD, he's going to be on a great team.
He has a great supporting team around him. So
exactly.
So it seems like that might be his best option, but we have no idea what these players are thinking and what they really want. So,
Yeah, and one last point about KD is, the Warriors can offer him more money and more years. While I didn't think that was a big issue before because KD's the best, he'll be fine to get another contract after.
It is a big issue.
Now it's kind of like, if you can make sure you lock in 5 years, supermax, $200 million.
He's 31, right?
He's going to be 32. He's not going to come back till 32.
Yeah.
So if he's thinking, you know what, I can lock this in now and know that even if I suck when I come back, I'm paid the most money I could possibly get. That's also appealing. I definitely think of all the things we heard this year, KD was the one I was actually most like, you know what, I can really see it.
You saw it happening.
I can see it. There were a lot of smoke.
I was being very optimistic because I was like, I'm not going to say anything till I see everything signed on the dotted line.
Right.
But you definitely were feeling
it was
he's
of
coming,
all
he's
of them.
coming, he's coming.
Of all of them, I could see it. I'm not saying I felt like it, but I could definitely see it made sense. The legacy, the last couple of finals were so boring with them just dominating. I definitely saw, if they...
You saw him coming here and shaking things up.
Yeah, shaking things up, proving himself, etc. But now, funny enough, because the narrative really changed. People who were hating on KD are now celebrating him, and the hate that he was really getting for being on the Warriors in a weird way has flipped. Right. And now he's kind of getting celebrated as a warrior, no pun intended, for give up his body for the franchise. Yeah. And now that he's not coming back as he used to, it's not going to be though. Oh, look, they have all the best players.
Yeah.
I
also think had he come here as a healthy player, 100% we were going to get someone else that was going to want to come and play with him. So that was going to change the dynamic and the setup of our entire team.
Entire league, but
the entire league. Yes, I mean, actually, him getting injured did change the entire NBA. They said it many times.
Yep.
It changed what everyone thought they were going to be doing.
Changes next year. Now, Golden State, the league is open, and the league being open leads us to point number 4.
Big trade, Woj bomb that happened, and we now know that AD is 100% going to the LA Lakers to play with LeBron James.
Yep, so the AD trade rumors were a big thing. We made a rap video, if you remember, that Andrew were like, don't trade for AD.
It's all good.
That's right, we got Mills and Scotty P.
And we got a young core.
Don't trade for AD.
Woo!
But I wouldn't have been that upset. AD was always a polarizing thing, right? It's like, do we want to give up everyone for AD? We did it with Melo. It didn't work out in some ways. So it's like, Knicks had that PTSD about that, right? I made this good analogy, I feel, as if KD, way better players. I didn't want to, don't even come in the comments talking about obviously they're better. But Amari was an injured star that we signed even though we knew he had injury issues.
Right, and him and Melo were supposed to play together.
And Melo was a superstar that we traded for. If you look at it, the KD Amari similarities are there.
Right.
Meaning the injured guy.
Right.
And the Melo AD similarities were there. The traded guy.
Yeah.
Do you give up the team?
Yeah.
And so last time, obviously, we did both. We gave up the team for Melo. We signed Amari injured. Didn't really work out. We needed those picks later on that we gave up for Melo. And Amari, dead money on the board when we really needed him in like the 2013 season. So is it like the Knicks are going to do their mistakes again? However, obviously way better player, so different stakes.
Yeah.
But that's all done now because he's off to the Lakers. Apparently, I just read the report. The Knicks really just didn't want to offer Mitch or Kevin. It looked like what they were offering was number 3. Frank, Dennis Smith Jr., maybe some future picks. But that deal was never getting done without Mitch. We spoke about him being a New Orleans native and all that. So the AD deal,
that kind of crushed us as well. I do want to say this though. All these reports are coming out that the Knicks promised us this, and the Knicks said this, and the Knicks said that. The Knicks didn't say anything. I think out of everyone, perhaps James Dolan had a little something to say, but the Knicks front office haven't said that they were doing anything. They've been saying that they're building from the ground up. We're building with our draft picks. And we're kind of taking a different approach to how we build this team.
The number one quote was literally, "We are not skipping steps."
But what we're not going to do is take shortcuts. We're not going to trade our draft picks. And really, we believe that New Yorkers will live with a plan and buy into a plan as long as we can articulate it and we live it. And so I've seen when there's something shiny that says, okay, let's change direction right now because we can go get this guy. And we're not going to do that. We're going to lay out a plan and we're going to stick to it.
So that said, if one of those free agents is available via trade, you're probably going to stay away?
We're going to build this team the right way, and what we're not going to do is trade away assets to get a guy that we could go get on our own later.
Now, people will look at that and say, so then why did you even look for KD or whatever? Right. That's very different. If you have money, free money, and superstars are available, it's almost negligent to not even at least see what would happen. Right? These guys are franchise-changing players. However, Perry and Mills have maintained, and I'm going to really trust Perry on this, he said it over and over, we're making ourselves flexible, we're giving ourselves an option to do many different things. People looked at everything we did, and immediately when something happened, what would happen? The media would go crazy and talk about, oh, the Knicks are definitely getting KD. Look, they traded KP, they got 2 matches. Listen, yes, obviously the trade did clear 2 matches, right? We got rid of 2 bad contracts. But the Knicks never once said, this is the plan, this is what's happening, get ready for KD and Zion, and all these, and KD and Zion, and Kyrie and AD. That was the media, that was the fans, some fans. A lot of fans are very happy. They're not happy, but they're like, you know what? We got this. Let's do it the right way. And that's kind of like the last point we're trying to make
Which
here.
is that we're still fine. Like, we're still in a great position. We still have money. We still have our young team, right? RJ Barrett really wants to be in New York. I think he's not even working out with any other team.
He's all in.
Which is great. And I think we still have an opportunity to build. And listen, we do not know what's going to happen on draft day. Yes, it looks like we are drafting RJ Barrett, but so many other things are going to happen across the board in the NBA with different pieces moving to different sides of the continent. And who knows what the NBA is going to look like come I want to say September, but it's before September.
But even,
we'll
I
know,
mean, definitely
right?
by September before the season starts, but even in, mid-July.
Right.
A lot of, listen, this is crazy season right now. It's today, we're filming this on June 17th. We are officially 13 days away from free agency and a few days away from the draft.
Yeah.
So the trades, the signings, it's all about to go insane. Woj is going to be up all night. Shams as well. But the main point of this is, guys, listen. If you bought into the media reports, I'm sorry. All right? I'm sorry. We're really sorry. We didn't mean it. We didn't mean it. Specifically, we never said that. Listen, rumors are there. Rumors are going to happen. But as a Knicks fan, you should know people put our name in the headlines for clicks because they know we're going to read it. They know we're going to share it. We're going to debate. We got an amazing fan base, and that's what happens. But things are still fine. We still have the young players. We're still going to get a top-level prospect. We have the cap space, which can be used in so many ways. You can take bad contracts. You can get one-year deals. Even if you don't get stars.
And talking about one-year deals, where is Kawhi going?
Well, it's not a 1 year. I don't think Kawhi's going anywhere for 1 year, but Kawhi's going to be interesting.
No, I'm talking about one-year deal that he had with Toronto.
Oh, with Toronto, right?
Where is Kawhi going?
Now,
Deadpan.
I don't know. You know what? I'm not getting in any more speculation. that got us this far already. Whatever happens, happens. But the trademark, the hallmark of a good organization is your leadership. And while we may have our doubts about Mills and Dolan, just because they've been here through a lot of this, Perry has really set a plan in motion. He has an idea of what he's doing, and so far, to me, he hasn't made a misstep. Now, if this summer finishes and we sign a bunch of bums to long contracts and screw it up,
I don't think that's happening.
I don't think it's happening. There'll be a very different tone of these shows next year. But for now, guys, keep the faith. Remember, all this drama, free agency hasn't even started. Let's see what actually happens before we already say, woe is me, the sky is falling, the Knicks failed again. All right? And media, get off our backs.
It's the New York media. That's what it is.
All right, guys. Hopefully we talk you off the ledge. Come back onto the ship. Let's ride it. Let's ride it the right way.
If you're watching this video, we hope that you can join us on Thursday. That's this Thursday, the draft day.
June 20th.
June 20th on Thursday at Slattery's Pub, which is on East 36th Street. We're going to be hosting it with a few other YouTube guys.
YouTube podcast. It's 7:30 p.m. We're going to be there. But we're going to be hosting it with Knicks Film School, hosting it to Knicks Blog, Knicks Fan TV, Locked On Knicks, the Nick of Time Show, Hard Knicks Life, and yours truly, Terry and Trey. We might be having a little special prize to raffle off. 10% is going to the Garden of Dreams. So even if draft night ends up on a bus, someone's going to be happy.
Come hang out with us.
So come hang out with us. We'd love to meet you guys. It's going to be a good time. And when Knicks fans get together, it's always fun. We can wallow in our pity together. Heavy drinking if needed. But, definitely come hang out with us. We'd love to see you there. And that's it. All right. So, guys, stay off the ledge, like we said. And we will see you guys soon.
As always, thanks again for watching our video. Do not forget to subscribe and turn on your notifications. That way you'll know every time that we post a new video. And check out some of our other stuff.